What's going on, Pride Nation, and welcome to the One Pride podcast, where we talk all things Detroit Lions. Folks, we actually have a packed show full of panelists today. They're just slowly implementing onto the channel to talk our Detroit Lions, and we have a special guest. We actually have two special guests. King will be on in a little bit, but with our first special guest is Bobby from Butcher's Block, a Patriots fan. How's it going, Bobby?
Hey, man, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. How you guys doing tonight?
Ooh, living the dream, folks. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He will be throwing that into the description. He is awesome when it comes to Patriots news. And tomorrow night, your boy Travis Troxel and I believe the Gridiron Blitz is going to be on there, so you're going to want to subscribe to his channel. Also, we have the Dern. What's going on, Dern?
What's going on, guys? I'm going to say this every week now. If you like what we do, if you're driving, if you're at work listening, if you're just relaxing at home, if you like what we do, just hit that like button and subscribe to these gentlemen. They work hard on what they do.
Yeah, exactly. And I see Pat Blueball just became a member to my channel, Mr. MicroMike. If you want to become a member, man, it is in the description. Click that. What's going on? Hey, Go Lions became a member of my channel a couple days ago. He became the elite status, the gold status, so I appreciate that. And can you do me a big favor, Dern, and start doing shout-outs to everyone who's in the chat?
Yeah, sure. Troxel Sports, I see there. Pat Bluebaugh. We got Joseph Murdoch, Gridiron Blitz, West Branch Ball, TJ, Kool-Aid and Cornbread, nice to see you, buddy. Gene Paul Morrison, Zra with a Na, Chris Cabah, Go Lions, Abdul Terrell, and Noble Sports.
Absolutely, man. We are lock, cock, ready to rock again. The rest of the fellows will be jumping in when they get here, because guess what? Things are opened up in the state of Michigan, and that means Mr. Travis Troxel Sports himself is on his way home because he actually works now. So congratulations to him. But we're going to jump right into this bad boy, and we're going to talk about the NFL considering adding more additional players to practice squads. Now, this doesn't just affect the Detroit Lions. This affects all NFL teams. And Bobby, what do you think about this idea that the NFL is considering adding new or more players to the practice squad? Yes.
I don't know about you guys, but I like the idea of going from 10 to 12. It adds a new aspect to the draft too, because you know those kind of bubble, those bubble players that you look at that as depth pieces in the year that weren't really paid attention to at times are they're now going to get a lot more looks. There's it's 2 extra players per team, so.
Hey, and I like the idea, too, if the Patriots do well in preseason, if there is much of a preseason, the Detroit Lions then are going to get more players because we are all Detroit Patriots over here. And that's the way it rolls. So I guarantee you Bob Quinn's going to be paying attention to that roster. The Dern, what do you think about this? Additional players on the practice squad.
I think it gives more opportunity to more people to live their dream for the NFL, and which is a great thing. I mean, obviously, I once had that dream, but that's not going to happen. Anyways, it gives It gives us more players to look at, more players to be that next man up if we run out of people on the actual team. The better players you can get on your practice squad, the better.
The more players, the better. This is something I've been preaching about. Why not add additional players to the practice squad? I think it's a good idea, not just for the COVID, but because the NFL is a pounding sport that just beats the living everything out of you, and it's important to have bodies. We had 21 people on IR, and it destroyed our season. And it's always good to have individuals, even if it's just a practice squad, folks. Bo Scarborough came out of nowhere, 4.2 yards a carry. really helped out our team. So it's important to have these individuals on here. So if we need to call them up, we can call them up because they need to contribute to a team. I have no issue at all extending that. And so that makes me happy in that type of sense. But on the sour news of that, because what's related to COVID, rumors have that some NFL players may want to go on strike, Dern. What do you think about players going on strike?
It's very, very unfortunate to hear that. I get their reasoning, but as a fan's aspect, it's going to hurt a lot for us. We've been waiting for this season. Everything just feels like 2020 has just been punching us in the gut constantly. And this would have been an outlet to watch football, to watch something that we really love, that we're passionate about. And it's just another thing that would be taken away from us.
I feel like my life has been on strike for the past 3 months. Let's go, man. Let's get this thing going. I am ready to see some NFL football, see some college football. I want to see some gridiron. I want to see some punch in the face. What do you think about this, Bobby? A potential strike in the NFL.
I mean, I get the reasoning behind, why the players are, some of them feel that way. I really do. Like it's a comfort level thing, like it's a comfort level thing. And I think the farther along we get it, we get, we'll move along with this. And I think the more comfortable they become with playing, if they start seeing that, let's say some of these other sports are playing and they see other activities going on that with let's say basketball starts up and doesn't have, it has minimal issues and people are safe. And if they are found to have this, they're quickly quarantined. And just, if they see it safe, then I think that kind of paranoia with, the group of players that have it I think it'll start to dwindle. I just think it's a comfort level thing. And I think the farther we go along with it and the more people see that, you can have an organized activity, organized sports, safely, like the UFC's been doing it for how long? And they've proven that when somebody does get it, they are quickly quarantined and quickly, kept away from the people that are still participating in the sport. And Dana White's proven that you can do it effectively. So I think it's a comfort level thing, man. And I think that it's going to dwindle, and I do think we're going to get a season.
I agree, man. I hopefully it dwindles. I don't want to see a strike. I want to see a season. I want to see the Detroit Lions. We had a bad year, 3-12-1. As a Patriots fan, it's hard for you to know what a bad year is. But for us, a bad year seems to be every year. And when you end 3-12-1, you want to see some W's because we didn't see a whole lot last year. So we need a year to watch our team win. We need to win because I think I'm going to go crazy if I don't see some football here soon. I hear about my roasted Oregon Ducks. Don't worry about my Oregon Ducks, folks. My Oregon Ducks, they fire, man. They fire. But when it comes to my Detroit Lions, I want to see some football. I do. I don't want to strike. Hopefully there's no strike. And I love the game of football as well. And I want to see it. And guess what? We play Tom Brady this year, but not as a Patriot. We play him as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I want to see Tom Brady before he retires. They're at Ford Field. Let's not have a strike so I can see my defensive line strike him. And to me, that's important. It's very important to see that in 2020. But we want to see some football. Hopefully there's no strikes and we can move forward there. But now we're going to switch it a little bit to some Detroit Lions news, Dern. And the news came out yesterday that Darrell Bevell stated that TJ Hockenson is not fully healthy from his ankle surgery, but he is running routes. Woo! Are you concerned about that?
I'm not too shocked to hear that. I think anyone who watched his leg go the other way would understand where he would be at this point.
Yeah.
I thought it was a gruesome injury. It didn't look fun to watch even. It was just horrifying. I think there's still plenty of time for him to recover before the start of the new year. I'm not shocked.
See, I'm not too worried about it initially because it's an ankle injury. That head injury, though, that was more worrisome to me. What do you think about you, Bobby, when it comes to maybe you're not a Lions fan, but maybe you're a fantasy football fan, and T.J. Hockenson, to me, is going to be an individual you want to look at in fantasy football. Would you be concerned with his ankle injury? He's running routes, but he's not on the field yet.
I think Dern kind of took he took a lot of what I was going to say. Given the severity of that injury, and how bad I saw how it was bad. So that's kind of potentially good news that he's already right. That he's already putting pressure and cutting and running routes, and you could take that one of two ways. I think it's just part of the whole rehab thing and them not wanting to push it too far, especially with this, a season like the time like this, the last thing you want to do is lose Hockenson for 6 games again, to start this. That's the last thing you want, is to have him push too hard to try and get back on the field. And then, he goes and runs a route in week 2 and rolls it, and he's done for a month.
Need hockey in here.
We don't look, man. Make sure he's 100% not roll that ankle anymore. Just like Bobby said here. Again, subscribe to his channel, Butcher's Block Patriot Talk. It's all about the Patriots. We are the Detroit Patriots right now, so a lot of insight about Detroit or about New England Patriot fans when it talks to our Detroit Lions, because the connections are legit. When it comes to T.J. Hockenson, the ankle, I'm not too worried about, folks. I'm really not. Look, it is way too early. To me, the issue was when he hit his head on that jump, overthrow hurdle where he hit his head. That is more of an issue to me, where it deals with more long term. To me, T.J. Hockenson's a monster. He's going to light it up this year. He's going to really be a good part of our Detroit Lions in 2020. We got to get him the football. I'm happy that it's taking a little bit of time, because he's resting it. A good thing about COVID, folks, is they can rest. He's resting that ankle. We have a lot of time for them to rest, and I am absolutely not worried about T.J. Hockenson when it comes to his ankle. Thankfully, he's running routes. That's the more difficult parts, especially when you're trying to, go left to right, when you're stop and make a pivot, when you put pressure on that ankle. And if he's doing routes right now, that's pretty much a good sign, if you ask me. What's going on, JoJo Burns? Welcome to the chat.
I wanted Hockenson on the Patriots. I was a huge advocate for that in the draft. I wanted Hockenson on the Pats. I really did. I was hoping, I was thinking that since they lost Gronk last minute, that they were going to make a move for a tight end. I really did, because I think Hockenson fits that system real well. But I think he was one of the best tight ends in the draft. I think you guys got one of the best tight ends in the draft with Hockenson.
Now there's a debate here, and I'm going to ask you as a Patriot fan. We drafted T.J. Hockenson with the 8th overall pick. What do you think about drafting a tight end with the 8th overall pick?
I saw that you guys picked him real high. But you also have to think there was who was it? Somebody who was close to you. My memory is nothing right now, but there was someone close to you in the draft that would have. I think. Was it Chicago? Maybe.
Not Chicago.
It was someone close to you, like 4 picks away.
The Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers were a team we were worried about.
Would have taken? Yeah, I could almost guarantee that because they haven't had a tight end in years, and I think they would have. If you didn't pick them, they would have taken them.
No doubt. That was our fear, because I did not want to see Aaron Rodgers have that guy on that offense. That weapon would have been ridiculous for us. To me, I was completely fine with the T.J. Hockenson pick. We really needed a tight end. Our tight ends before that was atrocious. We picked up Jesse James. We thought he would make a difference. He did not do that well last year. Hopefully he can be an individual to do better. But to me, TJ Hockenson's a monster. He's going to make a lot of noise this year. And I'm happy to see that he's running routes. Of course, you want to see him fully healthy. That's not the case. But at the same time, he had ankle surgery. Now, everyone's going crazy about the Jamal. Well, not everybody, but Jamal Agnew has officially been classed as a wide receiver now. If you don't know, Bobby, Jamal Agnew is our kick returner. He was a defensive back, cornerback, and he's never played a lot on defense. He has played special teams, but now they're classifying him as a wide receiver, Dern. This is interesting. First off, what do you think about this? And secondly, does he actually make the team as a wide receiver?
Oh, boy. He was not good as a corner. Okay.
No.
I think I would have rather of them tried him at safety first, but I think they did it because they were able to put him on some bootlegs, some running plays, some toss plays, and he was pretty successful at it. I don't think he's going to make the team. I think other people can return the ball. I don't think his hands are good enough to be a wide receiver. I guess that's just my thoughts.
You know, I agree with you first off, because I know you may not know who Jamal Agnew is, but he's our kick and punt returner guy. He got classified as a wide receiver. Personally, I do not think he makes the team. Look, we got Huntley. He's going to do kick returns and punt returns. Jamal Agnew is competing against one of the biggest rooms in all of the Detroit Lions, and that's the wide receiver room. The wide receiver core right now is extremely thick with a lot of talent. It is huge. It is huge. I mean, we're talking about so many individuals on the team that I don't see how in the world he makes the team.
You know what I think this is kind of a case of?
Yeah, go ahead.
They really like his raw talent, and they don't want to see him. They don't want to
just give up on him.
They don't want to give up on him because they're afraid of somebody either in your division or somebody picking him up and taking advantage of that raw. You know, that he definitely needs to be coached up a little bit, but there's potential there. There definitely is.
I want to touch on this because I thought the same thing. If they make him a wide receiver, if you notice all the other teams in the NFC North, their wide receivers aren't that great out of one.
Nope.
The Bears only have Allen Robinson, and they actually have a decent number 2 guy. But the Vikings only have Thielen. And people were trying to say, BC Johnson's going to be their number 2. No, he's not. He had perfect opportunity last year when Thielen got hurt to pick it up, and he didn't. It's going to be that rookie that's going to be their number 2. And then the Packers, their wide receiver is garbage outside of Adams.
Yeah, Joseph Murdoch, we will get to that question. I added that to the question when you decided to ask it. It will be asked. Folks, if you ain't subscribed to Butcher's Block, please do so. That is Bobby. He is one below. Everybody else will be joining the chat and when they get the time. So any moment, Travis Trox will be on, and then King will jump on, and we're going to have a full show generally like we do. If you're not a member of my channel, go in the description, become a member. And I love it, enjoy it. When it comes to Jamal Agnew, there's just too many bodies, folks, in my opinion. Right. I could be wrong, but who are you going to take out of the wide receiver room for Jamal Agnew?
It's definitely going to be a battle for that.
It's going to be a battle
for that spot.
I don't even think it's a battle.
Very well could be. Well, we got 55-man roster now. Maybe they decide to have him in there. But at the same time, man, there is a lot of wide receivers. Like, we got depth there. That's the most depth position on our whole team. I mean, it is wide receiver core. So it's interesting to see. Do you guys think that Agnew is going to make the team? Let us know in the chat, man. I'm curious to see what you guys say. And I'm going to just go ahead and jump to the Joseph Murdoch question, and that was about the safety, of course, that we've been hearing about the trade about Jamal Adams from the New York Jets, the safety. Dern, I know you like Jamal Adams a lot. What do you think about this
Big
safety? Would you trade for him?
I personally would, but they're going to be asking a lot for him. I think he would be an instant upgrade in our three safety set. It would be him and Walker to start off, and then Harmon would be in there as well. But he is a generational talent, in my opinion. He is that Jets defense right now. He is that face of the franchise for that defense. He would instantly upgrade ours. But like I said, the price might be too steep. I know they at least want a first round for him because that's what Minkah Fitzpatrick got last year. But if he could have the Minkah Fitzpatrick effect for the Steelers or for the Lions, like Fitzpatrick did for the Steelers, I think it's a no-brainer.
Okay. Well, what say you, Bobby? What do you think about Jamal Adams? Even though, again, you've seen him play. He's a New York Jet. You're in the division with him.
He's definitely one of the better safeties in the league. Definitely. That's. I mean, there's no. I don't think there's a question about that. I think that's a fact that he's one of the better safeties in the league. The problem is. The problem I think the Lions would have to look at is the Jets are going to ask for a first.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to ask for a first round pick, guaranteed. And probably a high first round pick. So, one, how well do you guys think you're going to do? How well do you think you guys are going to do this year? Because they're only going to go to teams that they think they're going to get a top 10 pick out of. So do you think you're gonna be in the top 10? In the top. I mean, you kind of hope that you're not. You kind of hope that your season goes well. Low draft pick equals bad season, unfortunately.
Right.
But I just if they're asking a first and you give them they're only gonna go to teams that they're gonna get a top 10 pick for him.
Yeah. When I think of Jamal Adams, I say no, and that's because we have Walker ready and we got Dron Harmon. Harmon is going to be the replacement from what we had with Diggs, and I think it's important that we also drafted Harris. So we got these guys in here, and I don't want to pay this man a big-time contract and give up a first-round pick. A first-round pick's a lot, and I'm thinking just depending where we pick, there's so much need for this team. I think maybe the defensive line, defensive end. I think there's other positions, but safety, we just got Harmon. We just traded for this guy. So to trade for another safety, look, I love the talent, Dern. I love the talent, but man, that's a lot. What do you counter with that?
I want to counter with that, like I already previously said, the Minkah Fitzpatrick effect. I watch a lot of chat sports, and I agree with them that he would be a tremendous fit in our scheme, that he would have a Minkah Fitzpatrick effect, if not better, because he can play well against the run, and he can play well in coverage, that he could just transform this defense, that he would allow more time for pass rush to get there. Isn't that what our scheme is anyway? Mm-hmm. That they have more faith in our DBs than anything? That they go there first so the pass rush can get there?
Yeah, that's fact. Hey, that's facts. He's a talent for sure. He's a talent for sure. But then I would just have to wonder, what about Harmon? But maybe they do a lot of three safety set. Yep. So maybe that's something they would consider. It'll be interesting. I just think the cost is a little too high. But what say you?
If you had Harmon and Jamal Adams back there, that would be ridiculous.
Right. With Walker too.
Hey, what do you think about Harmon?
That would be ridiculous. Like nobody would be able to throw over the top of you guys. No way.
Exactly.
What do you think about Harmon? What he's going to add to our secondary?
You know what Harmon is? He's incredibly smart. He's just like he has a nose for the football. And he's very good at reading the deep routes well and take what he does do. He doesn't take a lot of stupid angles. So let's say like your corner gets burnt, he's going to be the guy that'll save, that'll push a dude out of bounds. It might be a 30-yard gain, but it won't be a touch, it won't be a touchdown. So
Okay.
and Harmon is literally Johnny on the spot. The dude always happens to be in the right spot at the right time. His interceptions all for us, they always came at the right,
Hey,
at the right time, and in some of the biggest moments. They like some of Harmon's interceptions happened in some of the biggest moments because if you listen to like the mic'd up, he knew where it was. He knew where it was going before
right.
it was even thrown.
LA Original, yes, I have a Pats fan in here because we are the Detroit Patriots. Half our team he knows more than we do.
Can I add something to this as well again? Sorry.
It's like, yeah, let's play a game. Something in here is not like the others. I wonder what that could be.
Hey. Travis Troxel Sports Talk. He is in here, folks. You gotta see this man's hair. But if we reach 50 likes like we did the other day, when it comes to my guy the Dern, he gonna show his hair off. But what's going on, Travis?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, chat? How's it going? What's going on, Bobby?
What's up, Trev? What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, brother. Just another day in paradise.
I hear that.
Hey, Travis, what do you think about some of the stuff that you didn't get to talk about? We got Jamal Agnew now in the wide receiver core. You think this guy's gonna make the team or what?
I definitely think he's going to make the team. I think it actually could be a two-step kick return with Huntley and Agnew. Also, you can have both of those be as your kick returner as well. And obviously, you can have him as kind of like the Marvin Hall of the offense, kind of an undersized speedster that's going to burn you for a few.
Okay, so you're talking the two-man crew flying through and going through and through with these fast two.
Hey, pick your poison.
Pick your poison. That's crazy, Travis. You're
Speed kills, man.
Absolutely.
Speed kills. And when I get that mic wheel going, my speed's flying, man. And it's not because I took speed; it's because I'm speed. I'm like, man. We run.
Can we get a live stream of MicroMike running the 40?
Hey, I'm sorry, but Rich Eisen can do a better job than me. That's facts on facts crime, man. I already got this guy's face red. I love it, man. It only took like 5 minutes. I see TA trying to join the chat, man. TA, get everything connected, and you can be up in here. Let's talk about Jamal Adams. Do you think the Lions should trade for Jamal Adams, safety from the Jets? Travis.
If I'm going to think long term, I would. I know we did sign Duron Harmon. I like Duron Harmon. I think he's a very fantastic kind of safety that's going to, he's always been, if you look at the Patriots, and I know Bobby can kind of attest to this. If you look at the Patriots and look at Harmon when he played, he was always in like that right spot at the right time. I mean, especially you look at that Super Bowl. He caught that tip pass that was an interception in the end zone, sealed the deal. And, he was always in that right position. And, I want to see what he has. But if you're going to think about long term, I would get him opposite of Tracy Walker. But financially, I don't think we could because that contract is going to be a lot.
Another underestimated thing I think with Harmon is you guys got Okuda, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Harmon's good. You watch. Harmon is going to help Okuda a lot. He's gonna teach that kid. I'm telling you, with the veteran just knows for the football. Okuda could be especially with some veteran leadership. Keeping him focused and pointing him in the right direction. That could be really good for you guys.
Hey, that's a perfect transition, Bobby. Insane transition, because guess what, Dern? We're going to talk about what Unlin said about Okuda and what Justin Coleman said about Okuda, and they all lovely. Unlin said Jeff Okuda has taken learning like few men he has ever seen. Wow. What do you take from that comment, Dern?
For me, it just shows what they saw in this guy to select him at the number 3 overall. He is determined to be great, and I think he could be. He's a perfect fit for what they want to do.
I like it. I like it, man. And I'm getting ready because when I listened to this man speak in his presser, I was impressed by the IQ of Jeff Okuda. Travis Troxel, what do you think about Unlin throwing some love at our guy, Jeff Okuda?
That speaks volumes because if you look at, who he had to work with, I mean, he's had some talent over there in Philadelphia. He had guys like, oh man,
Raised up in the.
he had Sidney Jones. Obviously, he couldn't stay healthy, but if Sidney Jones would have been healthy, that dude's a freak athlete, and I mean, that speaks volumes. And I want to see what he can really tap into Okuda's potential.
Tap into that potential, just like you need to tap that like button. If you ain't done so, do it and hit the bell for all my notifications and leave me a comment and tell me what you think about this stream when it's over and it's not live. What say you, Bobby, from Butcher's Block, a New England Patriots fan, about Jeff Okuda, the guy that we picked up with that third pick? All the love we're getting from our defensive coordinator. What do you think about that?
I think there's a lot of potential there. I think with the right coaching and that's a reoccurring theme, though, isn't it? Like a lot of these guys with the right coaching have a lot of potential. But I think if everything pans out with him, the ceiling is very, very high, very high. I think just from hearing the way he speaks and he can break down like the guy's got football, he's got an eye for the game. He's definitely football smart, which is, that's for, at least for me, if I'm going to draft a guy that high, he's got to know the game. He's got to know his position. He's got to know the game. And I think just from hearing, snippets of him speak, to the media in general, not just the Detroit media, but just, overall, just, and then, watching the highlights that he had, heading into the draft, it's the ceiling's very high. If he pans out the way he does and he gets the right veteran leadership, I think he could be top 10, top 8 with the right coaching. I think the raw talent and ability is definitely there. It just needs, hopefully Patricia, and his defensive background and the coaches he has over there can groom that. But I would say the potential's definitely there for him to do well.
Man, look, the way that Unlin's talking about Okuda is what I took away when he was doing a presser. I was listening to this guy speak, and he was breaking down things that I've never heard of. My brain exploded of the X's and O's. I said, okay, this guy is legit, very intelligent, very intellectual, very a chess player, a 4D chess player. When I heard Mr. Jeff Okuda speak, and I knew if we drafted this guy that he is going to bring a mental capacity game that we haven't seen in a while, because this guy was very, very, very smart. And so when Unlin said this to me, it was exactly what I already kind of thought. I was like, this guy is going to be on a different level for our Detroit Lions. This is good to see a rook, especially a cornerback, the hardest position, one of the hardest positions to learn in the NFL, going from rookie into the NFL. And so understanding and seeing how he was speaking highly of him is very good. Also, Justin Coleman, Travis Troxel, stated Okuda's desire to learn and attention to detail is on a different level. And he was glowing about him as well. What do you think about that? Is this the real deal with the Jeff Okuda?
I definitely think it is a real deal with Okuda. I mean, the only weakness he really can possibly have is getting burnt over the top. But this is the NFL. You're going to have safeties that's going to have your back. So with that being said, I mean, there's not going to be too much area where he's going to get burnt at. Cephas going into this offseason, during the draft said, he was one of the best guys I've ever had to go up against.
Yeah.
And Cephas was the only one to put up 100 yards on on Okuda in college. So the sky's the limit for this kid. That's why I was so high on him, is just his football readiness. Like when it's game time, he just becomes a totally different player. And with that being said, it's hey, I cannot wait to see him in action.
I gotta ask you something. Phil, what's going on, Phil? I didn't even know it was you with the name change. Travis, who is better? Okay, let's do a comparison here. Jeff Okuda or Never Lawson?
Well, since the man cannot even pick up an interception to save his life, and could have had his first interception against Matthew Stafford, where the ball was in his hands and dropped it. It's Jeffrey Okuda all day.
Hey,
let's go.
Who's going to get the first interception? Never Lawson
Okuda.
Or Jeff Okuda's son?
Hey, let's just put it this way. Jeff Okuda's son. Before Never Lawson.
Okay, I see that. Yes, Phil Armstrong is formerly known as Prophecy Zone. He is a very great channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. If you're a Christian like myself, he brings some good word. So what do you think of... Okay. All right. He'll be right back. So, Dern, Jeff Okuda is getting praise from Justin Coleman. He's getting praise all around here. Is this guy the real deal?
I should go back to my last statement about him, and it's one of the reasons why they took him top 3 in the draft. So for our other corners to already recognize his talents is pretty phenomenal to me, because they haven't had a lot of time to work out with each other.
Look here. When I think of Jeff Okuda, I think with the 3rd pick in the 2020 NFL draft, the Detroit Lions selected who? Jeff Okuda. And I was very, very happy about that, extremely happy about that. And I think he's going to be a very good 1-2 combo with Amani Oruwariye. I've talked about it a billion times. I think this guy has the smarts to be a phenomenal player for our team for years to come. He can be a lockdown corner. It's very important to have an individual like that bring to the next level. And I think that Jeff Okuda is going to be that. Let's jump back to the wide receiver room, because before I got off track, talking about the wide receivers and how the wide receiver core right now is insane. It's very much insane. And Dern, what do you think about the wide receiver core? Who is out?
So I think we only keep 5 wide receivers just because they want to keep probably quite a few running backs. I have Galladay, obviously, Marvin Jones, obviously, Amendola. I have Hall, and I have Cephas.
See, I don't have Jamal Agnew. I think he's not going to make it. I think Geronimo Alamo. I screw up his name.
Allison's even worse.
Yeah, Geronimo Allison. I don't think he's going to make the team either. I'm kind of
better than Allison already.
I think he's not going to make the team. What say you, Travis?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
The wide receiver core in the room is extremely loaded. Who is not going to make the cut?
I definitely don't think Geronimo is going to make this squad. I think they kind of selected him kind of like, hey, what are they doing offensively in Green Bay? Thanks for the knowledge. Goodbye.
Hey, they're giving him cash for it. So he's not
right? I can't be mad at that. But, I mean, outside of the regulars, I mean, I do have Agnew in, but he's mostly made his mark because of his Pro Bowl caliber, return game. I have the same core coming back. Obviously, add Cephas into that mix. I think that also, what's his name from last year, our 6th round pick.
Fulgham?
Yeah, Fulgham. I think Fulgram's could make the list as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that'll be interesting to see. I know that look, the core is big. The core is really big, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
it's one of our deepest cores.
Yeah, it's big. I'm curious to see what the chat says. What do you guys think? Who's not going to make it? Who's going to make it? Let me know. The obvious people I don't want to talk about. We all know they're making it. But here's an interesting question. I'm switching this thing up like no other. If you could have a beer with one Detroit Lions personnel, who would it be, Dern? If you could have just one sit-down beer.
You know, I'm thinking about this, and I was gonna say Matt Patricia, but Grid already talked to him, so I'm going to go with Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
And I'm gonna probably have a couple with him because I am baffled for how much disrespect this man gets, and for how much he puts his heart and soul into this team, and he still gets disrespected. And if I notice, the most disrespect comes from our own fan base, because I'm in a bunch of Lions groups on Facebook, and they are the worst. They're worse than our rivals. Our rivals
Trade
get
them to the
more
Pats.
respect.
We'll take them.
Right.
No!
You would love that. Get the first overall pick, and then maybe we'll talk.
Yeah. We don't want to get you, send you Matthew Stafford. He'll be winning
We'll
Super
take
Bowls
Stafford
there.
off you guys' hands.
And keep our first.
Please, Detroit.
No!
Oh, hey, Bobby, I got something for you. I seen that. I was like, okay, I see what they're doing.
Man, look.
That's your guy, Tatum.
Look. I'm sorry. We're not going to send you Matthew Stafford. Before I get to you guys about who I want to have a drink with when it comes to the Detroit Lions. Oh, TA. Okay, he's trying to get in again. So once he gets that stuff connected, there he is. TA. What's going on, TA? He's not hooked up yet, so I'll wait for him to get hooked up. Who do I want to have a beer with? Who do I want to have a beer with? With all the... TA, you win now?
Matt Prater, yeah.
Matt Prater? He don't drink.
Prater.
He just got that
He got
Prater
off
raid.
the wagon.
Right.
What's
going on, fellas?
Raid.
Gator. H2O.
TA, you're evil, man. You're evil.
Matt Prater, man.
You're evil. This dude was an alcoholic. What are you doing to this guy, man?
Oh man.
He's trying to get him in trouble.
You said anybody I can have a beer with, man. Why not Prater, man?
That means he's providing.
Right.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. So tell me why you want to have a beer with Matt Prater, TA.
Man, Prater seemed like he the coolest guy on the team, man.
Oh,
Prater
man.
raid.
Prater, yeah, Prater.
Hey, you know who I don't want to have a beer with? That's Frank Ragnaro, because I think he would be the layman. Are you down with OPS? Oh man! Oh man!
It's an acronym. It's an acronym. OPP.
Are you down with OPP? Are you down with it? I don't know, man. If you could have a beer with anyone, Travis Troxel Sports. Who you getting drunk with?
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
About him.
Nick Bogdan.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh, Nick.
Come
Nick
on,
at
Why
night.
did you ask him the question?
Nick at
You
night.
knew the answer.
Nick
I
at night.
want to have a beer with Nick Bogdan, the fullback, because fullbacks do win you championships.
You play to win the game.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm gonna laugh so hard if he gets cut. I can't.
Hey, I'm gonna cry if he gets cut.
Oh man. Hey Bobby, we have a lot of former Patriots on our team. If you could have a beer with any Detroit Lions player, since half the players are former Patriots, who would you have with and why?
I want to go with Matt Patricia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'd have a beer with the coach. I'd have a beer with the coach because that Goodell clown shirt will live forever in my mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
it
the
lived
The
win.
in
way
our
he
mind.
clowned Goodell getting off the plane was perfect.
You know, if we won more games, I would love it. Right now, it's hurting us, man. Hey, if you're not a subscriber to any of these guys on here, make sure you subscribe to the channels. We all love football. That's what it's all about. Make sure you subscribe. And tomorrow night we are on Butcher's channel. I'm excited, man. We're gonna have a fun time. So,
Oh yeah, yep. Before I came on, man, I fully stocked the fridge with beer. Oh, we're good to go for tomorrow.
Hey, all we
It
need
looks
is
like I'm
get
gonna have
some
to get
Lions
some
players.
6%.
All we need to get some Lions players, man, and we are good to go with the beer. If I could have a drink with one Detroit Lion, I know you're all gonna be like, why this guy? But I'm going to tell you why. Don Muhlbach. If I could have a beer with one guy, it's the guy who's been alive since the dawn of man. You know,
What's it like to go winless?
what is it like to see the evolution of humanity from the beginning when we were nothing all the way till now? This guy has been on the team longer than all of us has been alive.
Hey, you know them old hats know how to party too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We know how to party.
I seen him in person, and he looks like a guy that would be really fun to have a beer with because he's old and he's been through it all. I want to know everything about 0-16. I want to know about Dante Culpepper, John Kitna. I want to know about Martin
That's when you open up a bottle of scotch and you pour one for the two of you, and you just sit there and listen.
When are you
Man,
retiring?
the one of the greatest interviews was JT O'Sullivan when he said when he first signed with the Detroit Lions, he seen Matt Millen was playing WWE. And he knew when he seen that, he said, oh, man. So I want to see what Don Muhlbach's got some stories. You know he's going to talk about Dominic Riola and the screw you to the Dolphins fans and everything. I would love it. I would freaking love it. TA, if you could have a beer with any former Detroit Lion, who would it be and why? And this was specifically from the Dern because you want to know about former players. So if you could have a cocktail with a former Detroit Lion, anyone, who would it be?
It's probably going to be I'm probably going to want to talk to, let's see, man, so many different Lions. Mel Farr.
Ooh,
There you go.
there we go.
Mel Farr, the superstar.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, Mel used to have his own car lots back at home. So I definitely want to sit down with Mel and ask him how he used to return the ball and stuff like that and how good Barry looked out there. I want to talk to Mel Farr.
Okay, I like that one. Dern, I know you've been thinking about this for a while. This is your question. You want to talk about and have a beer with a former Detroit Lion, anyone. Who would it be and why?
This is one of by far the easiest questions I've ever been asked, to be honest with you. And
I think
I've
I
told
already
you.
know the answer for the Dern.
Let's hear it.
Are you going to say Barry Sanders?
Oh man, you know me already.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He is probably one of the main reasons I became a Detroit Lions fan. He was an idol. I loved the way he played, and I still watch him till this day.
Mm-hmm. I can see that, man. I can see that.
Won't
Butcher's
stop.
block.
So-
Bobby, and it doesn't have to be even a Detroit Lions player. It could be a New England Patriot player. If you could have a beer with one guy, who would it be?
I'd want to party with Gronk.
Oh,
yeah.
I would want to party
Yeah.
with Rob Gronkowski for a whole day.
Oh,
I
And
think
then
my.
I'd
bring
be
it
dead
back.
after 3 hours, but I
Are
would
you
still
married?
like,
Are you married?
huh? No. So
Okay, then I know why you want to go with Gronkowski because
I mean, I'd probably keep up for 3 hours, but then they'd be dragging me from bar to bar.
oh man, that's facts. That dude he gets lit. Like I never seen anyone with so much energy. He makes Mike Will look like nothing, man. Travis Troxel of Troxel Sports of Travis Sports Talk. If you could have a drink with one former Detroit Lion, any Detroit Lion at all, who would it be? Please don't say Nick Bogdan.
That's his answer.
Darn. No, just kidding. No, if I had to pick one player, you know what? Give me DeAndre Levy.
Ooh, I like that. That's
Give
a
me
good one.
I kind of like that pick.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he got injured surfing a volcano. How do you surf a volcano? Like the side of the thing, like, how do you do that? You injured your hip. So I just want to go party with him one day.
I can't surfing on a volcano. And he's still alive?
Well, no, because he was what do you call it? Like climbing up and then kind of like going on the outsides of it, and it was just busted up his tip, and he was never the same for us ever then.
He's upside down on airplanes, man. He's doing all sorts of stuff, man.
I mean, that dude, he just does. He has a very interesting life. Let's just put it that way.
Interesting to say the least. To say the least.
It was between him or what do you call it? Megatron, though. But I definitely had to pick DeAndre Levy, and plus I love like his coverage skills on that field. He was one of the best cover linebackers in the NFL for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. No doubt. Levy was a beast, man. Levy was a beast.
Yeah. You know an individual I'd love to have a beer with, a former Detroit Lion. I think it would be awesome, man. Sean Rogers, man, the defensive tackle.
He going back on us, man.
I'm going back to
Big
Sean
baby.
Rogers. I'll never forget his pick six of Jay Cutler, and he jumps at the end zone flying his big body. And I said, that's one of the greatest scenes I've ever seen. I would love to have a drink with that guy. I'm sure he's got some great stories, man.
His nickname is Big Baby, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then they paired him up with Wilkinson, and that was a good duo for a little bit. But I think Sean Rogers would be fun to have a beer with.
Hey, y'all forgot about my guy, man. Y'all can't forget about my guy.
Joey Harrington?
Nope.
Nope. That would be a good one, though.
Right.
I would love to have a beer with him.
Chris Spillman. You forgot about Chris.
Okay.
You forgot about Chris.
That dude was a baller, man.
That was my guy, man.
Oh,
Chris Spillman
man.
was my guy, man.
Hey, I got a little spin off to it. What NFL player would you like to go party with?
Well, Gronkowski is already took. That guy, he would wear me out in like 2 seconds, man.
Skip it, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, baby.
Oh, okay. I like
Cheetah,
that one.
baby, the cheetah.
Okay. Tyreek Hill. Please don't say, please. I don't want to hear Aaron Hernandez because that's just not cool, man.
Oh, no.
No, don't do that.
Oh,
No,
man.
Let's
Man,
not say.
Hey, he had a lot lot talent, though.
You did have
Very
talent.
talented guy.
You
I thought about
threw it away,
cracking a
unfortunately.
joke, but that would have been inhumane. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Travis Troxel, if you could have a drink with any player, former, present, or past, who would it be?
LT, man.
Oh, that would be legit, bro. Yes,
LT, man.
that
Hey,
would be legit.
I think him and Gronk would be partying together.
Oh, man, that dude was crazy, man.
Well, if Gronkowski and LT party together, like
Someone's dying.
someone is dying before the end of the night.
Absolutely.
That's facts
It's just
on
gonna
facts
look like
crime.
snow in that hotel room.
That's facts on facts crime.
It's another guy that I forgot that I would love to party with.
Who's that?
Deion Sanders.
Oh, man.
Must be the money, baby.
Yeah,
Must be the money.
that's a good one.
Right. I would
Mine
love to party with Pride Time.
Mine would be Ric Flair, man, even though he's not a football player. I'd be styling and profiling and
Right. Hey, Mike, you'll be saying, woo, all night.
woo! I'll be throwing up.
He'll say it so much he gets upset and he looks at him and goes, Woo.
I think I would like to have a drink with Mean Joe Green. That
Ooh,
dude,
yeah.
that would have been
Okay.
legit, man. That's when players were scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I was to get into a bar fight, Mean Joe Green would be a good guy to have on my side.
If I would, I'd take if you. So let's go this way. If you were in a bar fight, who are the two players you'd want on your side?
And
Colonel
Dominic
Foreman.
and Sue, and because he stomps on people very, very well, and and probably Mean Joe Green, man.
I'm gonna go Rodney Harrison and Ed Reed.
Ooh, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad if you want to go to war. Not bad.
Oh, that would be that would be good, man.
Something
would be
tells
good.
me to go John Randall just because he had so much fire. Him and Robert Porcher.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you want to have an intellectual conversation, you do Joey Harrington. You won't be having a beer though. You'll be having
If you
some
want a
wine.
cigarette, go Jay Cutler.
Hey, if you want to
Jay
intercept,
Cutler do ASMR and put you to sleep.
Yeah. That's facts, all facts, man. So let's switch this thing up because this thing kind of like the Titanic and dived. And I'm going to send this one to you, TA. If you could trade for offensive guard Joe Thuney, because the rumors are is he may be traded from the Patriots.
I like this
And-
question, by the way.
Yeah, because we love Joe Thuney here, but we did draft some guards. Would you trade for Joe Thuney, even though we drafted the guards in the 3rd and 4th rounds?
Man, wow. Probably not. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna be the bad guy. No, because I just drafted 2 guards. I don't need them. I want the youth movement, man. I don't want the old guys right now. Even though I know that he's gonna produce and he's gonna be solid, I'm just gonna have to say no. I want to go with the youth. I want to see what Mr. Nasty can do and what Jackson can do. So I'm going to say no to that one on Thuney.
Hey, Travis Troxel, you do me a favor and throw my link in there, or at least you know how to do that, because Dr. Detroit's in here, so
Yeah.
you can help your boy out. Would you trade for Joe Thuney, Mr. Dern?
I know he would have to be paid in order to get him, and he's going to want a lot of money. So
Mhm.
I'm going to have to say no.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to the Patriots fan. Bum 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 bum. Boom.
Too
Patriots
much capital
fan.
put into it.
Well, I like Joe Thuney a lot. I think he is a
Right.
stud. What do you think? Should the Lions trade for Joe Thuney?
Well, it depends. Are you in a win now mode, or are you want to build through the draft and save money? Because if you're in the win now mode, yeah, you trade for him. You put as much protection in front of Stafford as you can.
Great point.
That's the win now mentality. It depends on how you guys are looking at the season this year. I mean, are they in a win now mode, or are they kind of embracing the youth movement and building it up slowly?
I think they're parallel right now because we have to win as a Detroit Lions fan base. They have to make the postseason. But again, we do want the youth movement as well. Thank you for the sub, Texas Savage. And we go live every Tuesday and Thursday. We have fun. It's all about having fun, man.
Man,
So-
you got me thinking now, man. Ugh.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's what-
it is.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's the mentality. It's
you make
have
a good
to-
point. You make a good
If
point.
you
Great
trade,
point.
if you trade for Thuney, you have officially given yourself however long that contract window is, because you just sacrificed probably the draft pick and money
Yep.
for next year. So you officially open the win now box, and it's
Man.
you know that, and that's a countdown.
Darn it,
Okay.
man. You got me thinking now.
Darn it. And I'm going to go ahead and while Travis does his thing, I'm going to answer this question really quick here. Generally, I would say no because we want the youth movement, but I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to tell you why I say yes. If you put Joe Thuney on the right side, then you take Jackson that we just drafted, put on the left side, and then you have Sternberg and Bo Benchwa as a backup, we're going to run that football, and that's guaranteed because we need to run the football and protect Matthew Backford. He broke his back 2 years in a row. We have to win, guys. We have to win. And Joe Thuney, look, I love that we drafted these guys, and I think they're going to be an integral part to this team. But it's not guaranteed. What if one of these guys gets injured? What if Joe Dahl gets injured? Sternberg's not ready. What then? We're going to put Rick Wagner there? But if you have Joe Thuney, Halapaludi Vati on the right side, Jackson on the left, Frank Ragnow in the center, good luck. Good luck with that.
So let me ask a quick question. Is it Vaitai on the left with Thuney? Is that you guys set up?
Vaitai will be on the right side. He'll be a right tackle. Yep.
All right. So because if you have a weak tackle and you put Thuney on the same side, he's going to take pressure off the tackle too. He's going to help. So it's to be honest, you could go either, like you save money, but you're kind of risking you're putting all your eggs in the one basket with the rookies. You're hoping that they'll develop and be able to get up to speed, get up to speed quick enough. Where Thuney, if you insert him, he's a plug and play, kind of guy, and that's why I said I think you enter that win now mentality. But will he shore up that the right side of that center? You're not going to have to worry about Thuney. Thuney's one of the best offensive linemen in the league. He's one of the best guards in the league. You put him on the line, wherever you put him, he's going to be fine.
And to me, look, even if we don't trade, I feel like our offensive line is going to be good, but I want it to be guaranteed. There's two positional groups on an NFL team that is required to be good to win. The offense and defensive line in the trenches. If you could solidify and even over solidify, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because, in my opinion, protect the quarterback, stop the run, and run the football. You win football games. We, as the Detroit Lions, don't finish games. And to me, if you could run the football in the fourth quarter, Joe Thuney solidifies that. Why not? Ask me why not that's a good idea. Yes, it's going to cost money. Yes, it may actually hurt us in the longer run, but at the same time, we need to win now, Dern.
Does it really hurt us in the long term, though? I'm just thinking about this, and from what I remember, they were only asking for a third-round pick, which isn't bad for one of the top guards. The only thing that bothers me is how much he would probably be asking to be paid over time.
The Patriots, the reason the Pats are he's going to demand a lot. He wants to be one of the highest paid guards in the league. That's the ceiling. That's the area in which he's shooting for. So that's the hesitancy on the Patriots. It's the Pats have come to the point where it's transition time. Mm-hmm. It's transition time, and that's not an easy thing to do. So they
don't want to put all that money on him. Yeah, I can understand that.
You know what I mean? They got other needs that he's not the only. It's the track record, dude. They don't like paying. They don't usually pay out players high. The Stephon Gilmore thing was a shock to me that they gave him $60 million. That was a shock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I noticed that with the Patriots too. That the Patriots normally they'll use a guy for like 2-3 years and then they get rid of him. You know what I mean? And they replace him with a fresh body.
So I'm reading on here.
Belichick is brutal with it. When he can see the end coming, you're out of there, man. And it's next man up, and they cycle bodies in there. It's brutal. It's a brutally honest. he let the greatest quarterback in NFL history walk out the door because
Yeah.
they could have done something to keep him there.
Yeah, they could have. Yep.
It was time, dude. Like Belichick's brutal like that. That's
Yeah.
just how he's always been.
That is actually a quality business model, though, because you got to create the NFL as a business,
Right.
not as your best friends, but as a business. And that's something I've always actually enjoyed about
The Patriots.
is
Yeah.
they create it as a business, and that's the way it should be, Dern. I know you want to make some talk about this,
But
I do think. Sorry, Darren. I don't mean to.
No, go ahead. I'll go right
I
after
do
you.
think that Thuney would make that offensive line very good, though.
right.
And like you guys as Lions fans, when Stafford has protection,
Yeah.
He's diming it up.
he
he's
eats
good.
teams up.
Yeah,
When he's got time to throw the football, that guy he'll pick teams apart. It doesn't matter how good they are. If you give him time in the pocket, he's an accurate thrower. He's a smart dude, and he can deliver a football. Like if you give him time, he'll win. And I would personally take him over a lot of the quarter. Like he's not like, I know he catches a lot of criticism, but given time, I think he can be very, like I said, the ceiling's very high with him.
Yeah, that's true.
go ahead, Dern.
So I think you've swayed me into a yes. I don't do this often. I don't do this often. I don't change my mind just like that.
Mhm.
But you have swayed me into me agreeing with the trade, and I would actually now like to trade for him more than Jamal Adams. Okay. The reason being is Thuney is 27 years old. He's at the peak of his career, and guards last 34 sometimes.
Mhm.
So, and right now he's the number 2 paid guard already. So how much more is he going to want? So he's the only one above him right now is Brandon Scherf, and that's by 300,000. That's not a lot in NFL money. So if you put him on the right guard, Vaitai is already one of the better run blocking tight ends. Okay, or tight ends, right tackles.
tight ends, you guard. He'd be a big
Right.
tight end, bro.
And then you put Thuney there. He's
Yep.
one of the best run blocking guards. So that right side would be solidified for pass and run. And then he was talking about Stafford eating up players or eating up teams because he has time. That would also give him a run game, which he hasn't had.
Right.
So how much more is he going to eat them up when he was already doing it?
Yeah. And look, to me, it guarantees it. It guarantees that something we've not had, and that's a run game. We have to run the football. We have to, fellas.
Yeah.
We have to.
You guys have 2, maybe even. We
got 3 actually. We got 3 guys.
Swift is going to be an absolute monster.
We agree, man. We love
Swift is going to be
Yep.
a monster. That
I hope
dude,
so, man.
The ceiling for Swift is stupid high.
I agree. To me, it was the greatest pick in the draft, but we
Yeah.
have to run the football. And our holes that open up in the last couple of years since we've had Stafford has been non-existent.
Three
Yeah.
down
And
back. Three
I'm
down
happy.
back too.
I love the guys that we drafted, but at the same time, I don't trust Joe Dahl as much as I trust Joe Thuney.
But
You know
that's
what I'm saying there, TA?
You can put
Yeah, I hear
Thuney
you.
on the line, whether it's right side or left side, and you can put him with a weaker tackle, and he will help that. He will help take pressure off that tackle because the guy knows how to like the football smarts and just the talent. He can help. He can help crack block. He can help that weaker tackle out a lot.
Right.
So
I have a quick question for you, actually. How good do you think Swift is? Do you think he is as good or better than the 2 people he were behind, Nick Chubb and Sony Michel?
I am not a Sony Michel fan. DeAndre Swift is leaps and bounds better than Sony Michel.
Wow.
Here we go.
Because you want to hear my reason?
Yeah.
Swift doesn't need a fullback in front of him to cut off of.
Right.
He can find a hole, and if there's no hole there, he can make one, lower his shoulder, lower the boom, and fall forward for 2 yards.
Yeah.
Go back and watch Sony Michel without a fullback in front of him, and see the difference. And then put James Devlin in front of him, and I guarantee you it's a 1.5 yard difference. I would take Swift over Sony Michel in a heartbeat.
What about Nick Chubb?
Chubb, I'm a big fat guy. I'm an offensive lineman, and I like big banger, heavy hitting running backs. I like Henry. I liked, the bus. Jerome Bettis growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But the league is changing.
Yeah.
Scatback is
Christian
the way to go.
Okoye.
Scatback has become the way to go. A guy who can stay on the field for 3 downs and do both. And I think Swift has the build to be very, very successful in this league.
Yeah, man. Look, man, I think Swift, sky's the limit for this guy. He brings a dimension that we've not had since Javid Best. And Javid Best is faster, but when it comes to DeAndre Swift, he's shifty. TA, and you brought everyone on to DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, no doubt.
TA.
No doubt. I really think Swift is going to have a great season, but at the same time, I want to kind of sorry fellas, I want to kind of pump my brakes a little bit because everything on Swift being good is the offensive line. He'll be as good as this offensive line be. And the one thing that I like about Frank Ragnow, he said, yeah, that's what we're working on. We're working on trying to run the football this year. So if that offensive line open up holes, Swift is going to be able to dice and slice guys. And not only that, I agree with Butcher's Block when he said Swift is a guy that basically can create his own. That kind of reminds you of Barry. When the hole closed up.
Biggest asset he has.
Yeah, he can bounce back and cut it.
He can fall forward for 1.5 yards.
Exactly. And you want a guy like that. When a guy is able to bounce back and cut back, if a hole closes, he's able to go somewhere else and create and get down the field. So that's what you like about DeAndre Swift.
Hey Travis, how about you answer this question? I'm going to see if I can get that link. What do you think? Should we trade for him? Should we trade for Joe Thuney?
You know what? I'm gonna dig the rookies. Give me Stenberg and Jonah Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I would pass on him because I think Bobby said it earlier. The best. You trade for him, you just mortgage the future.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really mortgage the future. I mean, I understand Matthew Stafford could have maybe 9-10 more years max.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So outside of that, though, I mean, great teams, they draft well.
Exactly.
You go out in the draft, you get draft your Thuney. You go out in the draft and get your Matthew Staffords. You go out there and draft your guys. You build through the draft, and in free agency, you just go and put the little pieces to try to get over the hump. But if it's like you're giving up a first round draft pick, you got to pay him this monster contract, things like that.
He's going to want huge money too.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Huge money.
Yeah,
$15 million a year at least.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay him. Yeah.
Rumor coming out of Patriots camp, he's asking for like 65.
Ooh,
That's a lot.
absolutely.
Ooh.
I'm not touching that.
That's 15 or 16.
Yeah. That's why I kind of
think
like.
he's asking for
No.
I think he's asking for 60 or 65.
That's quite
Yep,
a bit,
'cause you
but
know
that's
he's
what
gonna
we
want
played
that money.
Halapoulides Vaitai $48 million for the right tackle spot.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
That is true.
Are we going to pay
and
Taylor
another lineman
Decker?
that much.
And
Are we
honest,
paying
and honest
Taylor
fellas,
Decker?
in 3 years, that could turn out being a deal because look at the price of these
It is
skilled players just goes up every year. So
Yeah.
you might look at it
Yeah.
right now and go, wow, 60 to 65 that's steep. a good left tackle and a good lineman in 3 years from now could be worth 60 to 65, like
17, 18
60 to
million a year.
65 with the way the league's trending.
Graham Glasgow got an enormous contract for a guard.
I want to kind of counter Trox's thing really quick. And this is the reason why it kind of swayed me to the side of actually trading for him. If we don't get at least 8 wins, we're starting over anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they would rather keep their jobs and just shoot for the thing that they know is going to happen.
Yeah, I can understand that. Go all in.
Right.
Buffed up. This is Butcher's Block Patriot Talk. This guy is really awesome. Make sure you subscribe to his channel because we're going to be on his channel tomorrow night talking some football. So he's a really good guy. He knows the sports. Make sure you subscribe to his channel if you have not done so. Anyone in the chat, please do so.
By the way, Buffed Up, that logo is awesome. Editing win of the night. Editing win of the night for that, dude.
This guy's been with us from the beginning, and every time I see it, I die, man. I die. So I sent the link there, Dr. Detroit. See if that works. We got more issues than Time Magazine when it comes to this stuff. But TA and Noble Sports, man.
Let's
Mike? Talk about all the Patriots that we got on this team.
Yeah.
To you, all the former Patriots we got, who is going to be the best Patriot in 2020 or former Patriot on the Detroit Lions?
I'm gonna pick linebacker Jamie Collins. I'm picking Collins. You know why?
Okay.
You know why I'm going with him? Because I know this is the position that the Lions have hurt at so many years. We've not had consistent linebacking help. And I think that by him coming over and being able to bring that Patriot attitude to the Lions defense, which is winning, you have to be able to bring some veteran players over that knows what it takes to win, knows how to win in the postseason. And I think that Jamie Collins is going to be a great influential guy in the locker room to be able to tell guys, hey, look, this is what you want to do, blah, 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 blah. And I think that guys will listen to him because he came out of a culture that's winning. So I'm picking Jamie Collins to be that Patriot that's going to be the most successful because we need him to. We get by tight ends all the time. And we need guys to we need Collins. I'm sure he probably is going to be in the inside. He may be in the inside. So by him being in the inside, we need guys to be able to stop the run, and we need guys that are going to be able to know what they're doing out there. Sometimes when guys are out there at that linebacker position, it's like their head is on a swivel, and they don't know what they're doing. They're just out there. So I think that Jamie Collins is definitely got to be that Patriot that has to be the most successful, because everything is going to be predicated on how good the linebacking core for the Detroit Lions is going to be this season, because that's a weakness for the Lions. And I'm dropping the mic.
You dropped the mic, and I'm about to pick it up. Dr. Detroit just became a member of my channel. I appreciate it, buddy, so much.
Shout
I know
out, Dr.
we tried
Detroit.
to figure this.
Shout out, Dr. Detroit.
Dr. Detroit is the man. And folks, I will be dropping some awesome content. I love doing the outtakes of my videos, and make sure Dr. Detroit and Travis Troxel just became a member as well.
Trox is part of the member gang as well now.
Oh man, I love the gang banging going on here.
2 heartbeats in one night.
Make sure that you go ahead and check out the members only community chat. We're gonna have fun, folks. I do some stupid videos and it's hilarious. And you guys got all the emojis. Check them out, utilize them. I appreciate it, folks. Travis Troxel, appreciate it. Travis, with that said, what former New England Patriot is going to be the most impact for our Detroit Lions?
Mic drop.
You said former player?
Well, former Patriot.
Now Detroit Lions.
Patriot.
Now Detroit
Okay.
Lion.
Yeah.
Not a Detroit Lion.
No, now a Detroit
Oh,
Lion.
now
Former
a
Patriot,
D-
now a
okay.
Lion.
Hey,
I'm
former?
you know what? I'm gonna say it's gonna be Danny Shelton. Danny Shelton is underrated. I wanted him.
Okay.
I wanted
Okay.
Danny Shelton when he was a draft pick. I was like, please, Detroit, go draft this kid. He's going to be a boss. And he struggled a little bit in Cleveland. He fixed it up in New England, and now he's what do you call it, in Detroit.
Right.
And I think he's going to be a huge addition.
Right.
Snacks Harrison, who?
Snacks Harrison, who? Well, that was when even when he's on the field, is who was he? He wasn't doing so good last year. The Dern. Tell me, who do you think is going to be the man that we get from the Patriots that can help us win in 2020?
I think it's the guy that we got from last year, and that's Trey Flowers. He was hurt all of last year, and he still met his mark of what he did for the Patriots with hand back, with getting better linebackers. I think he's going to go above and beyond his average and at least hit 10.5.
Okay. And I'm hoping Bobby here does not take my guy. You are the Patriots, man. You are Mr. Patriot. We love having you on here because you know all our team. You know all players. What former Patriot, now a Detroit Lion, is going to help our team win in 2020?
I'm going to go with a sleeper, and I'm going to say Harmon.
Ooh, I like it. I love it.
Ooh. The Lions struggled late in games, and they that secondary got torched a lot in the second half of games.
Facts.
With Harmon there, and the veteran leadership, I think with Patricia knowing Harmon and I think you're going to see a major defensive secondary turnaround.
I really like Harmon. I really that to me was my second favorite pick. Thank God. Okay, thank God. Here it is, man. I'm gonna do a mic drop. Ain't no one gonna think. Who do you think it's gonna be, guys? Just say a name, any name. Who do you think?
I'm gonna say the linebacker.
Okay,
Collins. Yeah.
Okay. TA, what say you? What do you think?
I'm trying to think how many Patriots on this team.
Half the team. Literally name everyone except for
Patricia?
Matthew Stafford and Don.
We got a lot of Patriots on here, man.
Are you going to go Patricia?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Hold on. So give me my options. Who are the new Patriots for you? The new Lions from the Pats?
Half my team. I'm serious. We got Daron Harmon. We got Danny Amendola was on last year. We got Bob Quinn. We got Matt Patricia. We got all these people.
We got Roman Pfeiffer.
I don't even know who that is, man.
Amendola.
I think you're gonna say Thuney because I think you're gonna say he's gonna be a Lion.
I wish I would say that, but I'm gonna say it. Here it is, man. Here's thrown out of nowhere. Corey Unlin. He did play for the Patriots for a little bit, and he's our new defensive coordinator.
Oh.
Because our defensive coordinator, Pepperoni, was trash last year. Trash. That dude was bad. Trash. He was bad. He was KFC of defense. This dude was bad. Corey Unlin, he may not have been a Patriot long, but my God, he's an upgrade over
defense.
We had an offensive coordinator. His name was
KFC, as in like original recipe or extra crispy.
It was extra crispy. Our offense was trash. Our offense was ranked 33 out of 32 bad, and we had some quality players, no doubt, man. And by Pepperoni's being gone, now we get Corey Unlin, who just by default is better, and it's going to bring our defense better just by default. Look, he played defensive backs he coached defensive backs for the Philadelphia Eagles under Jim Schwartz. They had a really bad injury history with their secondary, and he did fairly decent considering the circumstances. Now you're giving him Jeff Okuda, Harmon, Tracy Walker, Amani Awarie, Trufant. That's the secondary. And then we got Jamie Collins with addition to Jelani Tavai, who's the second year. Hopefully Jared Davis can step up. That's the question mark in the defensive line. I think just his addition alone immediately makes it better because I'm telling you, Bobby, our defensive coordinator last year was a day away from being retired in a retirement home. This guy was near 80 years old. The plays were bad. Rushing 3. It was bad. It was really, really bad.
Yeah, Paul Pasqualoni was horrible. That's why we call him Pepperoni.
Because he was bad.
I think you guys will be in for a much better result overall because Patricia that first year seemed like he really did struggle, like trying to get the team to buy into a new system.
Yeah.
It to me, you got to give a coach a new head coach at least 3 years because the first couple years, the first year he's got to get the team to buy into his system. The second year, you're going to draft the guys that you think are going to fit your system,
Right.
and you're going to hold or get rid of the vets that do or don't. And then the third year is that's your money year. That's your tell. Is the team going in the right direction or is it going? You know, are the brakes locked up and it's going nowhere? So this is a big year for Patricia. If he goes, you know, double-digit wins and puts you guys in the hunt, then that's promising.
Now, Buffed Up is correct. He did not take 3 years, but our situation's a little different because we've sucked forever. And so I feel like our culture, I wanted him fired. Y'all know this, but at the same time, he's our coach. And I think by getting rid of Darius Slay, Snacks, all the people that didn't buy in, that will help out because our team did not buy in, folks. Yeah. It did not buy in.
That first year, it didn't seem like it.
No, in the second year too, we had Darius Slay who, they was fighting back. It was not good. It was not a good situation. Diggs we had, he was our safety. He was fighting apparently, and obviously Darius Slay, Snacks Harrison. We had dissent, and when you have dissent as leaders on your team, and they dissent from your ultimate leader, how can you succeed? You just can't succeed. It's not going to occur. So we'll see what happens. I think we're going to get better, and I think that's just part of it. You know, you got to do this. But I'm with you, Buffed Up. I'm with you, guys. That look, we have to win now. This is the year they got to win. He's not going to be here if we don't make the postseason, in my opinion, TA.
Right. Now, hey, I want to say something to Butcher's Block. Butcher's Block, the first 4 games of the season, you know, and we've been talking about this on the panel for a while. I think they're going to be testy games. First game, we got Chicago Bears. The second game, we have the Green Bay Packers. And then the third game, we have the New Orleans Saints, I believe, or no, Arizona, one of them.
I think it's I think it's Arizona. Then we go.
Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, Arizona is the third game. And then the Saints is the fourth game. And this is what we've been talking about with the panel. We've been discussing for the last couple of weeks is Patricia. How is this team? You know, the first 4 games is really going to tell us a lot because first off, we were 0-6 last year in the division. So first off, we got to get that out there for the record. We were 0-6. We didn't win in the division last year, and then this year we come in with knowing that we have to play the Packers and the Bears, who are our foes in the NFC North. How do you think we're going to look in those first 4 games? And do you think that Matt Patricia, if he doesn't win these games, he's going to be on the hot seat right away?
If you guys start 2-4 or less, Patricia's definitely going to be on the hot seat.
Yeah.
If y'all start 2-4, the Detroit media is going to start looking and start pointing. They're gonna start ratcheting up the pressure on him because it's year number 3 and he's Detroit drafted guys and brought in free agents this year to plug a lot of to fix a lot of the stuff that plagued them last year. And if you bring a lot of those guys in and it's still not, they're just going to start pointing. If they did all this work in the offseason and it's still not working, they're going to go one of 2 places, owner or head coach.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's
facts.
I agree 100%. Everybody, it is now 30 minutes. It is your time to ask us a question. You can ask us about Detroit Lions fans, or Detroit Lions questions for Lions fans. I've seen that we got some Patriot fans in here. So if you want to ask us a question singular, go ahead and ask us. If you want to ask us individually, go ahead and ask us. And while they come up with that, Dern, I know you got to get out of here. So what do you got to say to the folks while you leave?
Butcher, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. It's been great.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I for one would like to have you back if you would like to come back sometime with us. It's
Time
been
and
very
place, man.
enjoyable.
Time and place.
It's up to
Just get
this
it
guy
to
over
me.
here.
And time and place, anytime, man.
Hold on. Hey, man.
Keep pointing to that guy.
Bro, come on.
I told
Gotta get him.
Trox that I would lock the inner Boston in me in a cage and throw him in the closet.
Right.
This is
Hey.
like the most PG I've been in like 4 years.
Hey man, we appreciate that, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate that.
absolutely.
We trying to do some things over here.
But I locked that inner Boston in me up, and he's in a cage in a closet. So, but don't worry.
Raw and
There's-
uncut version.
The locks on that cage are coming off tomorrow night.
Oh,
there you go.
The
There
inner
you go.
Boston's gonna be out.
Get some of that Boston in you.
Right.
Son. Get some of that Boston, son.
No R's. AH. The letter
All
R
right.
does not exist where I live.
Dern, hey, have yourself a good one, buddy. Get some good
too.
sleep, and I will
Appreciate
see you.
it.
Yep.
Hey,
see you later,
appreciate you,
buddy.
Darren.
All right,
Yep.
Darren.
Yeah.
Take
All
it
right,
easy,
Darren.
Darren.
Oh, Jorge says hashtag ISN. What do you think of special teams coordinator Braden that came from the Bengals? Travis Troxel, what do you think about our new special teams coordinator?
He's young, so he better bring it.
Okay.
Trox ain't pulling any punches tonight.
He's frozen in time.
I mean, no, seriously though, like he's a young coordinator. Hey, that's what she said.
Just a mic drop moment. Yeah, that's it. Done. Done. He better bring it or he's fired. You're out of here.
right.
He needs to work.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He's gonna be a good guy. Your analysis is,
That was the same thing that
your analysis is striking. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm about fell on my. Oh my god, I'm in pain. I appreciate your very well answered thought out.
It was legit a 5-word answer, and that's it. Done. End question.
I mean, I didn't finish, but no, I mean, he was ranked one of the higher special teams guys over there with the Bengals, but he is young to have an actual. He's the actual coordinator for special teams. So I want him to bring it and bring a different dynamic to this squad. And bring what he brought with the Bengals over to Detroit.
Hey, can we get Steve-O's question real quick? He asked me about something earlier, and I just kind of want to answer him.
Let's see. Is it
So it was an earlier question. He said, "What do you think about Patricia being away from, or Patricia's defense when he was with the Patriots?
okay?
Like Patricia as the Pats DC?" And I said, I think Bill helped him out a lot.
Okay.
I think Bill was a big part of that. Matt Patricia, Bill Belichick, and Josh McDaniels, that trio, they worked together in tandem. Bill would sit down and talk to either one of them about the offensive and defensive schemes. And if I had to put a percentage of how much input Patricia actually had in the game planning of how he wanted to call a defense, I would go 60-40 Bill in that one.
Okay.
Patricia would have some input on it, but I would be willing to bet that Belichick watches the film and he says, "This is the D that they are weak against. This is how I want you to call it, Matty. I want you to put, let's work within this defensive scheme, these 6 or 8 or 10 defensive schemes, and we'll mix coverage up and we'll mix, I do think Bill had a lot to do with the defensive play calling. Not to say Patricia's not a bad, but I just think they just worked as a team with it, and I think it was Patricia's execution of Bill's call that made him so good. Bill gave him an outline that Patricia could use and just said work within the outline, and he did it well. But I think the mastermind of it, the outline, the one that built the outline was Bill. If that helps.
That definitely helps. Appreciate it. John Paul Morrison, #ISN. Sorry for chatting a bunch. No, we are not sorry. I like it when you chat a bunch. It helps my channel via algorithm, so keep doing it. First time I've made it to the live stream. We've had tough practices the last few years and a lot of injuries. Could a less intense offseason help that? What do you think, TA? Do you think a less of an intense offseason could help that with our injuries?
Yeah. It can be. It could go either way. You know what I'm saying? Having a shortened off season can stop guys from getting injured, because a lot of guys do get hurt in the training camps, and they're going for like the rest of the remainder of the year. So it's a lot of guys that have ACL tears and MCL tears and stuff like that, and that may prevent some of it. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop injury in football, because football is definitely a very, very physical sport. And you're pretty much, what I'm saying, you're being physical the whole time that you're out there.
And it won't ever change.
Yep, it won't change at all. So to answer that question, I think it goes both ways on that.
Facts. Don Burr says, my question is, what the hell is wrong with TJ Hawk's ankle? They say it's still not 100%. He had a surgery. Now, when you think surgery, you think it's a big time surgery. No, it's not a big time surgery. I've had 6 surgeries. One was the type of surgery he had. It's not big time deal, but yes, he's already running on it and doing routes. It's just going to take a little bit of time, man, but I would not be worried about that at all.
Can I just elaborate on that last?
Yes. Go ahead.
The teams that it's gonna hurt are the young teams that need to get up to speed.
Yeah.
The teams that's going to benefit are going to be those veteran guys that already have an established team, and all they get to do is just sit there and rehab and rest. And they're going to be, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Older veteran teams that already have a system set up in place. This extended off season for them is going to be perfect. Let's say they pick it up 3 games in, and they got to play a shortened season. I mean, teams like these veteran teams are going to hit the ground running, and these younger teams like the Cardinals and the teams that have the younger cores are going to struggle.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Cornbread, love his name. This would be for Travis Truck, so hopefully it's bigger than 5 words. But he says, would you rather have a mediocre coach and a Hall of Fame quarterback, or a Hall of Fame coach and a mediocre quarterback? I like that.
That's a great question.
That is a great question.
4 words so far.
I'm going to have to say, you know what? Give me that Hall of Fame coach.
Okay.
Because you can look at, say, the 2000 Ravens, where they had that superstar defense, the running backs for days, all that. They had a Hall of Fame coach, a mediocre quarterback, and probably shut down everybody and everything. On defense.
Hey, and Bobby, I'm not going to have you answer this one.
Effing Dilfer. Is that Trent
yes.
effing Dilfer won a
I
Super
think
Bowl?
that's 2000, ain't it?
Yep, Trent Dilfer.
Let that sink in. That dude won a Super Bowl.
Yes.
This one ain't fair for Bobby because he had both Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach. I just would like to have a Hall of Fame player. It don't matter where.
That's it, Mike.
If the run game is successful, do you believe Lions can outscore any team? Yet, even if our defense underperforms, yes. I think if we can have our offense is legit good. Last year without a running game, and when Matthew Stafford was on the field, we can have a running game, no doubt about it. Look, if you can hold teams on the sideline by running the football, those quarterbacks like the Drew Breeses, the Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgerses, all those guys. If you could put them on the sideline but run the football, you have a chance to win. We know what Matthew Stafford can do. We know he can do a comeback. So if our defense falls off the map, we can win football games. Are we going to get anywhere big time in the playoffs if our defense sucks? Probably not, but we can win football games.
When you run the football, Matt Stafford stays upright.
Yes. And that
When
makes
you run
me
the football, Stafford
happy.
stays upright. As long as
Right.
Stafford's not eating the turf, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's facts.
A Dolphins fan is asking you, Bobby, this question prior to the show. This is for Bobby and his Patriot. Who will win the division, Patricia or Flores?
So who's gonna win the? Who's
AFC
gonna have a better
East.
record, Patricia or Flores?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. What was you guys' record last year?
3-12 and
3-12
1.
and 1.
Right, we don't even want to talk about it.
That's something we
All
don't
right,
talk about over here.
so three wins, right?
3 wins,
Yeah.
And then the Miami had what, 5?
5
I think-
wins. Yep. Yeah.
See, it might be a draw this year because you guys had a good free agency.
Mhm.
The Lions had a very good free agency, but the Dolphins had a very good draft.
Yes.
Yeah.
So both of you guys have filled a lot of needs.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I believe so the scheduling it goes by division, right? So this division plays this division, correct?
Yeah.
Well, the AFC East plays the NFC West. I don't think Miami's ready for Seattle. I don't think Miami's ready for San Francisco. I don't think Miami's ready for the NFC West.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
So
think the Cardinals
based
will be
on
cool, too.
scheduling alone, I think you guys have a much more favorable schedule. So I'm gonna go with this year. I'm gonna go with Detroit. They have a better shot at coming out with a better record just simply based on the strength of schedule. The AFC East this year plays I'm speaking from a Patriot perspective. We have a rough schedule this year. We have the NFC West and we have the Ravens, the Chiefs, and someone else thrown in there. Yeah, so I'm going to say you guys. I'm going to say Patricia in year number 3 is going to get 6 wins.
Oh man, I hope we get more. We'll
Well,
see though.
So I'm going off just pure, like you had 3 last year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 3 more is well within reach just
Yeah.
based on the strength of schedule alone.
Yeah.
Based on the strength of schedule alone, I think 3 more is definitely obtainable.
313 CLOS says, how would you guys feel about a woman coordinator like they have in San Francisco? If they're good, I don't care. I don't care,
And
man.
San Francisco's woman coordinator, dude, she's good. Like she knows her stuff. Like she's good.
Yeah.
She's good at her job. Like
If you're
don't
good at
get
your
it
job,
twisted, dude. She's good.
and guess what? Paul Pasqualoni was bad at his job, and he was a guy. So I'll take anyone that's good at their. I just want to win. That's the only thing I care about. There is nothing more that I want is win. If
Win,
you're a
that's
frog and you're a good
Winning
coordinator, hey,
cures
let's have coordinator
everything.
Herbert the Frog
Yep.
or something, man. So I'm good with that. No doubt
Winning
about it.
cures everything.
It does. And
Facts.
we-
Exactly.
what's going on,
Facts.
Boog Spray? Welcome to the chat. 60 likes and see TA's face. TA?
What up?
He says 60 likes and we're going to see TA's face.
No, you're not gonna see TA's face yet.
How about, hey, Travis, show people your hair, man.
All right.
All right, this guy is Travis Crust right now. Look, you will not expect what you're about to see, folks.
Well, first of all, your boy cut his own hair. So, the fade.
Okay. Whoa, bro, you don't have hair. You just got no head.
You're about to have a moment right here.
Dude, you cut your head off, man.
No,
Look
he
at
didn't.
this hair. Look at this hair. Dude, he's Troy Polamalu.
he's baby Troy.
Oh my God.
No, Dolo.
Baby Troy.
Dolo, you're gonna see
anyone
my face one day, man.
this? Did anyone expect him to have the second coming haircut right there? Oh man, Travis, no one expected that. When he did that yesterday, I about fell out my chair. I did not expect it, man. Who do you think was better as a defensive coordinator, Flores or Patricia? And I think that one's going to you, Bobby.
I think Bill had a much longer leash with Flores last year. I think he gave him more freedom than he gave Patricia, but I think that was simply due to the fact that he had to. Bill had to concentrate his efforts elsewhere because there was a lot of issues. So, I think Flores was able to relate to players a little quicker than Patricia.
Yeah.
Players came around to Patricia. They definitely came around to him, and they rallied around him. But I think it happened faster for Flores.
Okay. That's good. That's good. And again, I posted my link. If you want to become a member, click that link. And if you want to see Travis's hair, just take a look because this does not look anything like him. People are very shocked. I was shocked. If we get to 200 likes, then TA will show his face.
One day, TA
will show his face. It will eventually. I've seen his face. If you want to see what he looks like, go on his channel. He has previous videos of him, what he looks like.
So I have a question for the three of you.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, okay, Butchers.
I like it.
When Brady and Breeze retire, who are the next 5 quarterbacks that run the league?
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Okay, easy.
Go ahead, TA.
Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and if I got to take one more, Mitchell Trubisky. No, I'm just joking.
You'll be running from
I was going to say, somebody mute him for that comment. That deserves a mute.
No,
somebody
man.
mute him.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
The fifth guy. Dang, okay, man. Hold on, Mike. I got to pick my fifth guy, man. Dang, who's going to be the fifth guy?
Mitchell Trubisky. Come on.
The fifth guy. Dang, who's going to be this fifth guy?
Who's getting drafted first overall next year?
Can I suggest one to you, TA?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How about Deshaun Watson?
Yes.
Ooh,
I forgot about Deshaun Watson. I forgot about Deshaun Watson.
He good, man. He good. I'll say it's gonna be Jordan Love, Mitchell Trubisky.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be David Blau.
Okay. I like
Jeff
that, Mike.
Driscoll, and the return of Dan Orlowski for another 10 years.
You're lucky this is your show.
Hey, Mike, I hope you don't run out the end zone this time.
We've had too many of that, but hey. I forgot Nathan Peterman. What was I thinking? That guy's the GOAT as well.
Isn't he the one that threw 5 picks in 1 quarter?
Yeah. Oh man.
Not even in a half, in 1 quarter.
Yeah.
You know what that means, right? Like 15 divided by 4. That means like every 4 minutes he was throwing an interception.
Yep.
thing is, he plays for the Raiders, and he's Nevin Lawson still can't pick him off in practice.
Well, the saddest part is he actually still plays. The Raiders were stupid enough to sign him.
Oh, John Gruden, man.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I couldn't believe the Raiders gave him a shot, but okay. We'll let you know something.
I mean,
He's
I
never
don't root for injury on any player, but
no.
But seeing or watching Peterman in there for the Raiders and watching Raider fans lose their mind would be entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. The GOAT, man. Nathan Peterman, the GOAT.
He's a GOAT, not the GOAT.
Hey, we got a question for you, Butcher. Who's the top 5 quarterbacks right now?
Who are the top 5 right now?
Yep, right now. Give us your top 5.
Mahomes, Russ,
Yep.
Watson.
Okay.
4 would have to be. I'll throw. Even though I don't believe in running quarterbacks, I'll throw Lamar in there simply because the dude has a ridiculous amount of raw talent.
Right.
And until we play this season and he gets figured out, I'll throw him in there at 4, and then 5. I'll say
Matthew Stafford.
Would you say Aaron Rodgers?
Stafford would be top 10. He would be. He'd probably
I agree. I think
He'd
he's
probably
like
be around 7.
I got Stafford at 7.
Hey, that's the exact number I said. Good.
Yeah, 6 or 7, probably 7.
Yeah, I got him at 7.
Maybe, and then I'll throw a number 5. I'll throw 5 in there. Matt Ryan.
Okay, that's not bad. He do put up stats. I can't.
Hey, we gotta talk about that one, Bobby.
Matty Ice. He said Matty Ice.
But that's what. But who else? Maybe Kyler Murray, or Matt Ryan. Like what? Maybe
I think Kyler Murray's gonna be good, man. I don't know about
Kyler, man. I was watching him last night, man. He's gonna be good, man.
But see, you said top 5 right now. That's what I'm going off of.
Yeah. For
so
sure.
I mean, do I trust Matt Ryan in high pressure situations? You want my answer to that?
Yeah.
28-3, bro. 28-3.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was pressure, man.
That's why I was.
You lost. You blew a 25-point lead with 18 minutes to go in the Super Bowl.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't. If that's me, I'm stepping on Tom Brady's throat.
18 minutes to go with a 25-point lead, and you couldn't seal it. Like,
Yeah.
They let off the gas.
I have
They let
no
off the gas
faith
pedal.
in. I have no faith in the entire Falcons org. After that Super Bowl, I was like, if I'm a Falcon fan, I have no faith in that organization. After that happened, I would have no faith. That is a fireable offense.
Facts.
They should have fired the GM, the coach. They should. If I'm the owner, I'd have taken him and just threw him right out of that luxury box.
Yeah.
I'd have thrown him right out of the luxury box and been like, yeah, nope. And you get to take a bus back home. Here's a Greyhound ticket. Have fun.
Okay, I got another question for Butcher. Okay, if you're the GM and Matt Patricia, he's your head coach. What do you say to him, knowing that he's going to be on the hot seat this year, to say, hey, look, we want to make the postseason? What would you say to him? Like, how would you encourage Matt Patricia to try to get those guys in the postseason?
Well, I wouldn't put pressure on him because that's the worst thing you could do. If I would just say the end goal just like I do.
Right.
We're looking to get a crack at the playoffs and what you have to you can't put pressure on him right away. I wouldn't crank the heat up on him immediately. But
I said,
if you start 2-4,
turn the heat up.
If you start 2-4, the inner Boston may fight its way out of that cage a little bit, and Mr. Patricia will know exactly where he stands in the organization.
He look, if he don't make the playoffs, he's not going to be standing in the organization. He's going to be in the dumpster, kicked down the road.
Is it really
Facts.
like is he really that far? Like, has it got to that point with Detroit? Have they like? See, I don't get a lot of the media coverage from Detroit, so I have to look.
Bad.
I have to do my own research.
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
bad
really?
here.
Are they cranking up the pressure on him this year?
Oh yeah.
The pressure
yeah.
was bad last year. They were calling for his head last year.
Yeah.
Were they really?
Yeah, the owner came out, or the owner's daughter came out and had to give a reason why he was staying. That's how much pressure it was.
Wow.
Yeah, because a lot of people really wanted him out. The fans, we was kind of divided. Some of us
I wanted him out too, but
I wanted him out. I can't even laugh because
I
I'm
did
like,
too.
man, is this guy really going to be able to turn these guys around? I don't know if he's going to be able to turn this team around. Now that I see the team this year, it's like, okay, he got all of his guys now. Now that he got his guys, it's time for him to go out there and perform. And it's just not with Patricia. The guys got to go out there and do their job. He has to be a head coach to lead this organization and make these guys believe. That's what your head coach does. He makes you believe in yourself. And then when you get out on the field, you want to play for your head coach because you know, like, man, this coach got our back. So let's go out there and give it our all.
We just want to win. That's it. Like, I don't care anything else.
We want to win in Detroit, man. We never won. We never been in the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, man, if Detroit was to win a Super Bowl or ever get that close, I'm telling you, man, the city of Detroit would probably erupt with parades all night long. All night long to be parades going on.
Hey,
one thing about Detroit's definitely a football town. It's a football town.
Yeah.
We want to winner big time. Folks, if you're not subscribed to Butcher's Block, make sure you subscribe to. We are going to be on his channel tomorrow night and go live. Subscribe to his channel. He's got some quality content. Can you tell the people really quick about your channel and what you have to show to the subscribers?
So I do play-by-play for all 4 Boston major sports. So the Red Sox, the Bruins, the Patriots, and the Celtics. I call the games play-by-play style. And you get breakdowns pregame and postgame. So I'll give you my thoughts pregame. I'll give you my thoughts after the game for each of those games. So for each of the 4, that's you get a pregame and a postgame. And then I cover all the any big news that drops, and I just give my thoughts and opinions on the direction, whether I agree or disagree with the the decisions that are being made. And my cat is hijacking my stream. That's nice.
Hey, what's going on, Kiki?
My cat is huge. Look.
Yeah, it's a big cat, man.
He's
that's going to be our mascot soon here in Detroit.
All right.
We go 3-12-1. It will be
the kittens. You no longer can have the name Lions. You're our kittens now.
Folks, we have been on nearly 2 hours now. It is the end of the show, and this is our last words. Travis Troxel, what do you got to say to the folks out there?
Well, if you're not subscribed to Butcher's Block, you guys are missing out. I have a blast over there. And, if you guys are not
entertaining. Sorry, Trox.
Hey, no, it is definitely 110% entertaining.
That's what it's all about, man. I'm an entertainer and entertain.
Hey, that's facts.
Are you not entertained?
I definitely want to say, if you're not a member to MicroMike, definitely do so. Subscribe to every member on the panel. Every ISM member, they're in the description. And love you guys. Please be safe. Wash your hands. Still practice social distancing because I do not want a round 2. Your boy finally got back to work 2 days ago. And with that being said, see you guys tomorrow over there on the Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk. I'm Trox the Sports Talk. Have a nice day. Peace.
When it comes to social distancing, the Bears, Packers, and Vikings need to do that away from the NFC North. What do you got to say, Butcher's Block, while we close the show out?
I just want to say thanks for having me, guys. This was a lot of fun. Appreciate the invite, and go great getting to work with you guys. I've been wanting to work with trucks for a while, so this is pretty cool. But MicroMike, nice, it's good to meet you, man. And TA, man, this is a lot of fun.
Hey, thank you, Butcher. We had a great time tonight.
Great time, man. Appreciate it. TA, what do you got to say to closing out the show?
Hey, what's up, guys? I want to welcome Butcher's Block. He's welcome to come on the platform anytime, man. We appreciate you guys for rocking out with us on tonight. You guys, like we said all the time, you guys are the superstars. Without you guys, we can't go out and create the content. So we appreciate you guys for watching us. Without you guys, none of this is possible. So we just want to give a shout out to you in the chat. We appreciate you guys for rocking out with us every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And make sure you guys go over to Butcher's Block channel tomorrow, where those guys will definitely be having some fun over there. And I like to hit you off with these words before I go. Good morning, good evening, and good night.
Hashtag Bella is the GOAT. If you see
Bella's
this,
the goat.
you are the GOAT. You are the GOAT.
Bella's
Folks,
the goat.
I appreciate, yes, and you're going to be more of a GOAT here soon. I appreciate everyone showing out. I appreciate everyone showing out. All the new subscribers that came from Butcher's Block, I appreciate you. Look, we do shows every Tuesday and Thursday night. I do shows even more, and we talk all things. It's not going to be just Detroit Lions. I will be dropping my Oregon Ducks here soon, and I will be streaming as well because I love fantasy football. We do fantasy football shows. It's going to be legit fun. Butcher, I appreciate you coming on. Had a great time. You are welcome anytime. I cannot wait tomorrow night. We are going to be on his channel. So if you're a subscriber of mine, you're a Detroit Lions fan, Travis, myself, and Grid are going to be on his channel. You must subscribe to his channel because it's going to be a blast. We all about having fun, and fun is going to be Friday night. I think there's going to be some dillies. I think there's going to be some loose words. I think there's going to be some loose fun. Make sure you show out. And like I always
Travis,
say, man.
TA hit that on the head, though. The subscribers are the lifeblood of this. Without them, we're nothing. We sit here with a camera and a microphone in front of us and talk into a computer.
Yes.
Without them, we're nothing. So it's like that's facts, dude. Like everybody. I'm telling you, man, the subscribers are everything. Y'all are awesome.
That is
yes. Without you, this is what it is. So it's important that we have you guys. So we appreciate you. And again, on Tuesday and Thursday nights, it's officially the OnePride podcast is on my channel now. Every Tuesday and Thursday night. Yes, that is the Gridiron Blitz is shot glass. Subscribe to or member to the Gridiron Blitz, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to
apple
get
juice only, apple juice only.
And if you're 18 or if you're 21 and younger, it's apple juice or cranberry juice.
That's right. That's all you get. That's all you get.
And if you're Travis, it's Nick Bawden juice, and you're good to go, folks. With that said, folks, make sure you wash your hands. Adios.